Hello everyone, and sorry for the late episode this week. I did have something else planned and recorded, but after the events of this weekend, I felt the need to address them. They were inherently political, and we'll get deeper into why that is in a minute. But before we get started, I want to wish everyone a happy holiday, if they celebrate any holidays. And if they don't, I just wish you a happy winter season. So today I am going to address a topic that is often very hard to digest and can be difficult to discuss. But I do think it's incredibly important to discuss this topic, especially here in the United States, so that change can happen. So, as I'm sure most of us are aware by now, there were two major gun violence events that took place this weekend. One domestically, or here within the United States, and one in Australia. So, one of these events took place at Brown University, and the other, which was a horrible act of anti-Semitism, occurred at Bondi Beach in Australia. So currently we are aware of 2 student deaths and 9 severe injuries as a result of the Brown University shooting. And we're also aware of 15 deaths as a result of the Bondi Beach shooting. As someone who often gets into a very political mindset, I do notice a very major difference between the two, though. And I think that is that the shooting at Bondi Beach resulted almost immediately in a movement from several politicians to tighten gun regulations that by United States standards are already incredibly strict. Historically, the United States government has been very bad at responding to any mass shooting events with actually substantial gun regulation laws, or any gun regulation laws that have been effective in any way. To further kind of stiffen this point, I have gathered some statistics that I found to be rather disturbing. So as of today, there have been approximately 391 mass shooting events in the United States this year. A mass shooting event is defined as an event where 4 or more people are killed or injured. Let me clarify. There have been more mass shooting events this year than there are days in the year, and there is a possibility that there will be several more before the year's end. If we look only at shootings that took place at schools, that being K through 12 and university settings, there have been over 70 events this year. This year, the United States has seen nearly 47,000 deaths as a direct result of gun violence. 1 in 5 Americans reported in a poll that they had a family member who was shot fatally. Every day in the United States, 23 individuals under the age of 18 are shot. Do you see where I'm going with this? Gun violence has long been an issue in the US, and no one has even tried to do anything about it. There is rarely bills introduced that do anything to address gun violence, and if they are introduced, they're shot down almost immediately. There are so many mass shooting events in the United States that we couldn't begin to try to learn the names of the shooters, let alone the victims. And that is unacceptable. Imagine how the families of these victims feel every year when they see that still nothing has been done to address gun violence. And they're going to keep feeling that way if the citizens of the United States don't stop calling out our politicians for choosing to worry more about the negative responses from a few Americans than the largely positive response when they try to do something about gun violence. I guess really what I'm trying to say is we need to call our politicians the fuck out We need to be writing letters, calling, emailing, and if we have to, showing up at their offices to express our support for some gun restrictions until they do something. Because we can't keep living in a country where so many people die as a result of gun violence every day. That's all I have to say. Thank you for listening. Please share this message with everyone who's willing to listen, because really, that's how change comes about. And if you enjoy my podcast, please subscribe at grahamtalkspolitics.substack.com or on whatever platform you're listening on. Thank you.